All right, here we are on the second day of the Week 6 LCS Summer Split 2016. How many more dates can I add in here? I'm joined by Saintvicious and Cop right now, talking a little bit about Apex and that kind of thing. But also, first I want to talk to you, Cop. So what happened? You were with a team, now you're not. Now it looks like you're doing something else. What's happening?
I'm with Apex currently, so I guess I'm doing kind of a trial thing, but hopefully with this weekend, I'll be full time. And then, I don't know, my last team with Echo Fox, things just didn't work out. I also think this is a better fit for me just because I'm not the embraceful, just like forceful coach that that team probably needs. And I also don't speak Korean, which is a thing that team probably also needs. So I think with working under Saint and being there to just provide strategy and another point of view, I think that'll be a better fit for me.
Now, Saint, are you the person who decides he's on trial? Are you the person making that call?
Uh, I mean, I have input.
Okay.
I don't think I'm like the final. Okay. I'm not paying the bills, man.
All right. Well, but after that match, what would your input be?
I'm not gonna. You get out of here, Travis.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Okay.
No, never mind.
All right. All right. Sorry. Well, you got a half right now. Maybe
That's
we'll
fine.
see how tomorrow
No, I
goes.
don't know.
Yeah.
No, I thought. I mean, like Cop said, like having a second voice. Like, to be honest, Cop and I have a close to similar coaching style because we're former pro players. So it's just like, yeah, like going over like these team fights and like these game times and like things that we think would probably be useful. Like that's pretty much just like how we do it. We're not like, let's bring in the life coach and learn about all this yoga and all that nonsense. We ain't doing that. So.
Oh, okay. Well, if you guys have the same sort of coaching style, what is the value in having an additional person within that? I would think you would want to differentiate, right? Like some people do the life coach thing, some people do, and then you also have a game coach. Seems like you guys kind of fulfill the same role.
I mean, it's just a different perspective. Like, take for instance, I used to be a jungler, so like I can help Shrimp out with a lot of stuff that I know like the small details on. And then like Cop, like take for instance, Cop was going over a replay where like we're trying to hold like a mid inhib or something, and the AUDC like mispositions, but it's not something that I would like instantly notice, and like he like instantly notices it because like, hey, like wait a second, like that you're not supposed to be there, So working on our team fights is something that we're really trying to do right now, and it helps out in that kind of regard.
As he said, he can help out with the jungle stuff. Have you been working with Apollo much to sort of figure out the AD carry situation?
I try to see what their lane's like, just because I don't know. They sometimes, I don't know. Just like if I see a bad trade, if I see like how they could play something better, if in a team fight, like I was all about positioning, so I can have my input for him on positioning. Also, I mean, I've worked a lot on like the laners, because I mean, on Echo Fox I had to work with not as much Froggen, but I helped KFO a lot, and I helped also the bot lane, I think. And so, I don't know, I've gotten a lot of that understanding of the different lanes too, so I can just help with wherever I can see, pretty much. If I see an issue, I'll just try to focus on that, because Saint has like a bunch of other stuff to focus on.
So you think this is a good fit? I mean, one of the things that is currently happening with Apex, you guys are kind of struggling after what I thought was a pretty strong start to the split. Why do you think that is, and do you think that maybe the inclusion of Cop can help right the ship?
I mean, I think a lot of it is like we have 3 Korean-speaking players. Two of them are like sort of like one of them. It's like a half speaker, and then like Keen's full bilingual. So our language in the game is half and half, because Ray is like really low on English. So we run into a lot of miscommunications, and then we also have a lot of young players. Like Ray is 17 years old, so he's really young. So he doesn't like. It's hard for him to accept loss sometimes, and I mean that's just like any young player. Like I was the same way. I was like, I'd get super tilted if I lost. So I'm not exactly the best life coach, and also I'm trying to do it with like a language barrier.
Yeah.
So we're actively looking for like a Korean mental coach, like it would be the head coach in Korea. Like they're the ones who do that kind of stuff. And I think that somebody like that could help out a lot. But I think as far as like strategy and stuff, like I think we're okay. It's just we need to like get mental fortitude and just work on the communication stuff.
Where are you looking for the Korean, like how does that search look, whenever you're trying to find like a Korean mental coach or Korean life coach? How do you just look to Korea, or how does that work?
We have some contacts, the same people we use, to get Shrimp and Ray, who, have a lot of contacts in Korea, and, so I'm sure like on Inven there's people that are like looking for jobs or whatever. So we just basically just trust them, to be honest. I mean, Shrimp was a good pickup and Ray was a really good pickup. So it's like, all right, I feel like you guys like have an eye for talent.
Yeah, Cop, what is your sort of take on Apex's current situation and sort of where they need to improve, or what do you think of the team right now coming from an outside perspective, and as Saint kept saying, a different perspective? What do you think?
I think they're pretty good on most things, but it's just like the out of game stuff that can be improved. And I guess I have I guess a good fit for that, just because I mean on Echo Fox a lot of the things we taught was pretty much how to work as a team better, and like how to like address people when you're trying to improve from a play that might tilt someone. So I have a lot of experience in that, and I mean I just help in everything pretty much. Just back up Saint with whatever he needs.
What was it like being with Expecial again?
It's fun. I like know all the players. Besides, like I've been in the scene with the other three, like Keen, Apollo, and Expecial. I don't know Ray or Shrimp as much, but like they're pretty open for now, and so I mean they're really it's a fun team, and so I think I can blend in really well with it.
Now I also have to ask you, because I think this is the first time in maybe like a year and a half that I've seen you in such casual wear. What is the decision? Do you feel like as a trial coach or as an assistant coach you don't need to do the chic, the cop chic look?
That's not my job anymore.
Okay.
It's not my job to beat the other coaches in dress.
Okay.
I can just be casual, just focus on other stuff.
Right, cop dresses better than I am, so we can put him up on the stage.
Okay.
That's why we're bringing him in, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to go back on
I don't
stage?
want to go on stage. I want to be behind the scenes. Just want to work with someone who's like Saint.
It sounds like he's at odds with sort of the job expectations. It's not a good look for the trial coach, right? He's already saying he wants something different.
All right, I'm putting on a suit.
Okay,
next
the
week.
side.
I'll
The
put on
suit.
my suit. I'll put on my suit next week.
Okay.
I'll be here,
Very good.
ready to go on stage if Saint like dies of old age or something, something like that.
It could.
It could be horrific, but the game must go on.
All right. And Kopp will be here. He's the backup, the coach sub, for just in case something horrific happens to you. Is there anything that you would like to say? I'm not even, well, here. Anything you want to say to the Kopp fans out there who were so remiss, they were brought to tears during the moments of the, removal from the previous team?
To the two of you, just know I'm back here behind the scenes at Apex, so just watch those games and cheer for us.
Anything you would like to say for the Apex fans?
You're a shameful Pokemon trainer.
Okay. There we go. All right, I guess we'll wrap with that. You can check out the rest of our coverage of all things esports here at Yahoo Esports.